Guys, thanks for tuning into this drive-by. It's 84 degrees, October 2nd, 2015. I hope everybody's doing spectacular today. God bless everybody. I hope you're all hyped up and doing good. Life is good for me. I hope that life is good for you. It's about 6:42. Today's Friday night. I've got a cup of coffee. I'm heading down towards Naples, Florida. And hope everybody else is doing healthy, wealthy, and wise. Like you get up here on a thruway to speed. I'm going 54, but you just keep getting right on my ass. I mean, they want me to go 90. I'll go 60. And if the guy wants to pass me, let him pass me. I do have somebody right. I mean, literally touching my bumper, and I'm going 62. So let the guys go. The biker's not the one that was on my ass. There's a truck on my ass. Alright, as long as he uses a blinker to get back in front of me. He did, so that's good. Normally they don't use blinkers a lot. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is the I-75, and I am going, out of focus there. I'm going southbound. If you keep going this way, you actually end up in, Miami. Go all the way as far as Naples can go, and it splits 75, 95, go down to Miami. Been there before, kind of nice. You know, Florida's cool. A few people say it's hot and humid. Yeah, if it's hot and humid, every place has problems. You know, nothing's perfect in this earth, in this world. You know, I wanted to bring up a subject here, and today is just going to be I guess rants and raves, just talking, some general conversation. First thing I'd like to bring up is Campus Carry. That's hopefully going to come to fruition, you know, pretty soon. Hopefully it's going to get adopted. Campus Carry, I firmly believe everybody on a campus or any school should have a gun. And if you're old enough and you can pass all the tests and legally and everything, you should be able to own a gun. You know, that's good, because I definitely believe gun ownership prevents crime. You know, if a lot of people have guns, then other people will be less prone and less likely to attack you and kill you. I mean, don't they understand that? But for some reason, these politicians do not understand that you know, when you are armed, there's a less likelihood that somebody's going to get shot. I don't know why they just don't understand that, but politicians, I guess that's why they're politicians. But back years ago, I heard that they used to teach rifle classes in schools. Yeah, years ago, they taught rifle classes in schools. And, you know, people took rifle classes. They had a lot of places and ranges in the basement of the schools where they taught people to shoot. Isn't that something? And now with our, you know, it's the stupid liberal media and the liberal politicians don't want guns, and, you know, they don't want people to have rights, it seems like. And you know, every time something happens, now just recently in Oregon there was a shooting, okay? And a bunch of people died, a bunch of people got wounded. And you know right away the president's going to say, okay, we need stricter gun laws. All the anti-gunners, which are basically, I hate to say it, idiots, are going to say, well, we need better background checks and all this. Well, you know what? Years ago, and this is how it all started. And this is why you could have a mental disease and still pass a background check. You could have it and still pass a background check. It's because years ago, the mentally ill or mentally disabled people were mistreated. They were beat up, they were whipped, they were locked up in cages, you know. They did a lot of shit to them that wasn't just. So what happened is the federal government and a lot of the states passed a lot of instituted Supreme Court laws that protected the mental health and your records and stuff. So most of it was, if you're psychologically being seen for something, a mental problem or whatever, at a hospital or whatever, they cannot release those medical records. There's the HIPAA law, and there's medical confidentiality laws that prevent them from releasing that information out to anyone, let alone to a background check or to investigating state agency or whatever. Now there's an abuse registry that they have, which is different than what they use for background checks. So a lot of these people were psychiatric, were given medication, whatever the case may be, had issues, and they did not put their medical records in the NICS file, the National Internet, Criminal Investigation File, or whatever it's called. I'm just cleaning up the window so you can see a little bit better, so my camera doesn't focus on the dirt. That's what happens a lot on these cameras. They'll focus on the dirt and get out of focus. That's a little bit better. But so they don't have it in that background check system that the FBI uses. So when they don't put that in there, somebody could be, let's say, abusing narcotics, psychiatric, could have done all kinds of things, even attempted murder, but no charges in that. And that person could be psychiatric and very dangerous. They go and get a background check and pass. And pick up his gun. It's because they don't put those medical records in there, and they're not searchable, so they don't show up. So that's how come almost, I would say, 95% of the mass shootings that you hear, those people had psychiatric problems. They were on medication, they were under surveillance, people knew or something, but they never put the medical records in the background check system, and that's why they were, most of them, walking the store and buying one. And that's why they legally bought one and killed people. Now, if the government wants to get strict, they need to ease up on these mental health issue laws and make a lot of the psychiatrists and this, guilty, or make them get penalized for crimes that are committed by people that are mental, and they're not reporting these to the police or anybody. So I firmly believe. I believe for I'm all for individual rights and all that. But the bottom line is, people that are mentally psychiatric problems, that is not reported. Only time it's reported is somebody does a theft or a criminal thing, and most of that time is bullshit, because they'll get a felony for stealing a $300 item, or having some pot on them. They can get a felony over certain grams. So, and that really has nothing to do with whether you can own a gun or not. I do not think that has any kind of bearing on owning a weapon. But people can have psychiatric problems, attempted murders, and everything, and not get charged, and they're under care of a psychiatric doctor, and they can get off. And it goes the same way. If you've ever noticed our criminal justice system, if somebody is addicted to drugs and does a crime, he has a better chance of getting his charges dropped and getting on some kind of outpatient treatment program than if somebody commits a crime that's not on drugs. Chances are the person that's not on drugs probably won't be able to get into kind of remedial rehabilitation program to drop his charges. But normally the psychiatric people do. And figure that one out. So, it's like shit rolls downhill, bricks roll downhill, a snowball rolling down a hill. As it grabs momentum, it keeps rolling. So, something little happens, it gathers more, and it rolls and it rolls and rolls, and until by the time it breaks through the floodgates, everybody wants to ban everything. But, I wanted to bring that up, and a lot of it's because of that. And you'll hear more of it in the news. If the system does not change how we treat our mentally ill, and how we prosecute doctors and psychologists and psychiatrists that know their patients are dangerous, they go out and commit a crime, those healthcare professionals should be guilty. They should be liable. They should be locked up. But does it happen? No. And it's It's basically the whole simple thing. They're not getting locked up. They're not getting locked up, and yet not getting, because it's our establishment, it's our government. Government needs to step in with these cases where these people are psychiatric, have problems, and change the rules and change the laws. They made it too lenient on mentally ill people to not be reportable to the government. But I wanted to bring that up, and I know that for a fact because I've studied it. And if you look, just Google it on the internet, you can see they have abuse directory. People have done abuses and stuff like that, but they don't have anything for people that are psychiatric or mentally ill under, observation or whatever. They don't have any kind of records where they can put this information in, which is readily searchable by law enforcement or by FBI background checks. And we have background checks. We have background checks in just about every state. Just a few states, it's legal to buy a gun from somebody else. And still, they ask for a driver's license and all that anyway. You're supposed to ask for a driver's license and have them sign a form. So realistically, they could still track you to that guy buying the gun anyway, because they have his driver's license. And if you write the serial number down, there's still trackability of it. But I wanted to bring that up, and I wanted to see what you guys on YouTube land there. My subscribers, Precision Marksman, he's really cool. He really always gives me some good comments. I'd like to know what he thinks. Or Gun Collector. Those are, or Hot Dogger 808 from Aussie. I haven't heard from him in a while. But, I'd like to hear from everybody. All my subscribers on my channel. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I like talking. If you like my drive-bys, tell me. If you wanted me to do a different drive-by on something else, I'd be more than happy to do it. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. And I hope everybody is having a spectacular day. Take it easy, guys.